Vitality is our ability to have spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical bliss. Some call it paradise. We call it a game. The Black Manosphere magazine is a physical and digital publication made exclusively for Black men, Black boys, and our supporters. This special edition consists of a core glossary with over 150 words and concepts used in the Black Manosphere. This special edition also takes an in-depth look at the purpose of the Black Manosphere, the most important challenges we face as Black men, and solutions to collectively improve these issues with an annual report card to measure our progress. Let's face it, Black men are horribly represented in media, and we're changing that. So on behalf of our team and contributors, thank you for your support.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So typically, I have something to read to you, and this time I do. It's yet another story about a Black mother killing her children. So let me go ahead and share this, and then I'll be back with my perspective. Unfathomable, gut-wrenching tragedy. Maryland mom allegedly confesses to killing daughter 6 and son 8 in a podcast episode recorded by Jamiria Hall. During quarantine, she could be heard telling her 2 young children, "Y'all been driving me crazy, but I love y'all," to which one shyly replies, "I love you too." On Tuesday, about a year after the Be More Charming episode was released on Spotify, Hall's children, 8-year-old Davin and 6-year-old Denaria, were found dead in their Southwest Baltimore apartment. By Wednesday, Hall was charged with the murders. According to charging documents obtained by People, neighbors reported hearing one of Hall's kids scream, "Mommy, no," on August 19th. 5 days before a building maintenance worker stumbled upon the gruesome murder scene. Charging documents state that August 19th is also the last time Hall was seen with Davin and Denaria. By the time Hall's children were discovered, their bodies had already begun to decompose, the Baltimore Police Department said in a statement. Medical examiners have yet to determine their official cause of death, but responding officers reported visible signs of trauma on the victims. Hall, 28, was arrested by homicide detectives and allegedly confessed to murdering her children shortly after, police say. She is charged with first-degree murder, first-degree assault, and reckless endangerment of the kids. This is an unfathomable, gut-wrenching tragedy, Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott said at a news conference Wednesday. Davin and Denaria should be starting school like the rest of the kids in the city. During the news conference, Hall's criminal history was also addressed. In 2018, Hall received a 1-year sentence for first-degree arson and endangering the lives of her children after she was accused of disabling her parents' smoke detectors, lighting family photos on fire in their apartment, then briefly disappearing with her children, according to court documents obtained by the Baltimore Sun. Hall later filed for custody of Davin and Denaria, which was granted when their father did not respond to court proceedings, the Sun reports. The tragic deaths of these 2 beautiful young people will be carefully and very thoroughly reviewed, Scott said at the news conference. We have to, and we will close any gap that enables tragedies like this to occur. Baltimore Police Commissioner Michael Harrison confirmed to reporters Wednesday that part of authorities' investigation will involve determining if Child Protective Services provided supervision in the time since Hall's 2018 criminal case. Now, y'all need protection. Black women are the most unprotected, disrespected. Y'all need protection? And you can't never name from who or from what. Black women are always allowed to be predatorial in our communities, in the culture. Black women are the biggest predators, and it's hidden because nobody is supposed to talk about their predatorial, terroristic behavior. This woman got arrested. It was just in 2018. This woman got arrested for trying to burn her parents up. She disabled the smoke detectors. She set the stuff on fire and then left that apartment with her kids. She was trying to kill people in 2018. These were her parents she was trying to kill. Her parents she was trying to kill. So this is a female that has a murderous mindset. She has a murderer's mind, a murderous spirit. When she get mad or feel whatever she call herself feeling, that's justified to her in her mind that she can kill you when she done with you. And it was after that the court still granted her custody because the father didn't show up, but that doesn't absolve her from being an attempted murderer. At that time, it was an attempt. I assume nobody died, so she only got time charged with arson, but you still was trying to do it. So if nothing else, Child Protective Services should have took them kids away. Whether the father came or not, you can't have them because you already endangered your kids just a little while ago. And they don't have no recourse. They can't go nowhere of their own. They was only 6 and 8 when she killed them. So these was little kids. 3 years ago, the 6-year-old was 3. And y'all need protection? Somebody who gonna protect kids from y'all? Because you're the worst stewards of children. You steal the worst place that a child can be. You're the most dangerous person that your kids can be around. From the womb to the cradle to toddler to teenager, you will kill your children. Told you about the mother that got into a whole shootout with her son and killed him. This was a teenage boy. You kill them in your womb no sooner than you find out they in there. For 4 decades, you've been killing them through abortion. And then when you do have them, they're no more safer with you outside of the womb than they are with you in it. As a matter of fact, the danger for them, I would say, increases a little bit because now they're here to remind you of your failure, to remind you of the man you hate that you procreated with them with. And then your answer to it is to kill them. This is why a black woman is the most dangerous person for her child to be around. Because at any moment, she'll snap, quote unquote, and kill him, which I don't term it as a snap, because you know when you get in there. You know when you get into the end of your rope, the end of how you can really function normally. You can feel that slipping away from you. So that ain't no snap. That's premeditated. You meant to do it just like she meant to try to burn her parents down. She meant to do that. She thought about that. So black women are typically allowed to terrorize in the neighborhood. She's allowed to damage property. She's allowed to fight. She's allowed to try to hurt you, stab you, shoot you, whatever. She's allowed to fight and attack. She's allowed to do all of these things with no more than a slap on her wrist, if that. Nobody's supposed to call the police on her. Nobody's supposed to get her in trouble. Nobody's supposed to report her when she gets into these violent crazes that she likes to get into. Going around pulling folks out of cars, beating them with hammers. And nobody's supposed to say nothing. And she's cool with this behavior. This is funny behavior. She'll record herself doing it. She'll laugh when she do it. There's never any or barely any remorse when these women, these black females, engage in this violent, predatory behavior. I've rarely seen any of them break down and cry from the guilt of what they done. If they cry, it'll be because they got caught. They don't want to be in jail. They don't want to have to go to court and face what they did. That's the only time I see them try to cry a little bit. Other than that, I don't see these black females sorry for none of the stuff that they did. This woman sat up there and killed a 6 and an 8-year-old, her children, which you can't tell me she wasn't abusing in the first place. Because if you will kill them, you will abuse them up to the killing. And this is what I'm talking about. And you don't want no correction. You don't want nobody to say nothing about what you do. You always want to point the finger at what black men. Now, I know somebody going to get under my comment section and say, well, the father didn't come get custody, as if to say that allows her to kill those children. She's allowed now to kill the children. She should be absolved from doing that because the father didn't show up. And you don't know why he didn't show up. He could have not got that notice, because that happens a lot. The women will give a bad address where she know he's not at, so that he won't get none of those court orders. He won't get any of those documents that tell him you got to be in court on this day at this time. So for all we know, he didn't even know he should have been in court. She went to the court to make it official that she had ownership of them children, so that she could dispose of them children as she saw fit. Because black women think that they own the children that they birth like property, like a slave owner owns a slave. That is how black women view their children. Slaves that I own because I birthed you out. So therefore, I'm able to dispose of you in any way, shape, or form that I see fit, including up to and including killing you. I'll just get rid of you. When I'm done with you, when I'm tired of you, when you done just spent too many days being a toddler, too many days just being a kid, and I'm up to here with it, you're gone. You're out of there. I'll off you. See, now they taking it to a whole new level. I brought you in this world, I'll take you out. Now these black females are really living up to that. I brought you in this world, so I feel that I am able to take you out. I feel that it's my right to be able to kill you when I get ready to. It's my right to be able to abuse you physically or emotionally or verbally when I get ready to. And since you're an innocent child that doesn't have any defense against me, I'm going to do it to you the most. And it doesn't matter to me that you're supposed to be my child and I'm supposed to love you. I don't love you. I don't love you. You're a piece of property. You are a means to an end. And if that end can't be realized, I just might kill you. And this is what we're dealing with. And the court noticed, the courts, this society, this system is waiting on black women to do this to their children. They know she's a danger to her children, and they let her be a danger to them. A lot of times these women show all kinds of signs of how they're going to be dangerous or how they're not stable or how they are not a safe haven for the children or the people around them. They are a danger to themselves and others. And the court system will let them kids walk out of there with that mama, show us I'm sitting here. And they won't send nobody to go see about them kids or nothing. And then the next thing you know, 6 months later, 8 months later, a year later, them kids is found dead. And she's somewhere talking about, I killed them. The absolute nerve of these females to walk around and act like they're the ones that are downtrodden. They're the ones that's getting oppressed. They're the ones that's victims and not being protected and being attacked and assaulted everywhere. What about the assaults and attacks you do on your children? What about that? What about all of that? Nobody's supposed to say nothing about none of that. You never think to just give your kids to somebody, whether that's the father, whether that's other family members, when you feel your mind slipping. She never thinks to do that. Black women never think, let me bring my kids somewhere else so that they can grow up. I don't have it all. Whatever I'm going through, I don't have it all. I'm liable to hurt these kids. Okay? So listen, I'm going to go somewhere. I'm going to take them to my mama or to my daddy or to their father or to whomever. Until I can get myself together, because I am not stable. I'm crazy as a road lizard. But no, she actually, listen, let me tell you something. A lot of these females out here would rather see the children dead than see them happy and growing up and safe. Black women would rather see their children dead than happy and safe somewhere else. Because she owns them. And if I can't have you, no one can. We know that's the thought of a psychopath. You psycho. Anybody that say, if I can't have you, nobody can. You know they're a psycho. And a lot of these black females are running around here, it's psychopaths. They psychos, they sociopaths, they narcissists, and they murderers. But nobody's supposed to be able to know that or say that or speak on that. Who's going to protect these children from you? Because somebody needed to come get them kids. Somebody saw her interaction with them kids and knew it was off. Something wrong with this. But in the black community, black woman is God. A black mother is God. No matter what she do, you can't come against her and you can't take her kids from her. Because no matter what, no matter how she abuse them, no matter how she's a danger to them, you never can take her children from her, or else you'll be doing a wrong to her. It's never viewed as I'm doing right by them kids. No, we more concerned about how she feels about her children being taken than we are about how the children feel about being abused and in a constant state of danger with her. See, the black community, you don't care about that. Black women do not care about children, period. And you can't convince me otherwise. You don't care about them in utero. You don't care about them after you have them. You don't care about the well-being and the safety of children, of black children. Because a whole family will watch a black mother be abusive to her children and never go get them kids, regardless of what she going through after that. Whatever you going through, you got to go through it by yourself. You're not going to take it out on these kids. I'm not going to watch you beat them and cuss them and kill them. I'm not going to watch you do that. I'm not going to stand by and watch and then just cry and make an excuse for you after you murder them, after you beat them to death. It didn't even describe how she had killed them. And that they screaming, "Mommy, no." A 6 and an 8-year-old babies. They babies. They have no defense. None. They just got to endure whatever she did to them. Whatever she was doing to them. They just had to take it. Nobody was around. Nobody stepped up. Because you can't say nothing to a black woman. You can't come against her. You can't accuse her of anything. You can't make her accountable for nothing that she do, no matter if she killing. Somebody will come make an excuse for her. Maybe she was having mental health issues, as if that gives her a license to kill anybody, let alone her own children. When you done with the burden of your children, you kill them. Tell me at any time, when has that ever been acceptable? At any time in human history, when has it ever been acceptable for when a mother gets tired of her kids, her answer to that is, "Let me kill you"? Not, you know what? I'm going to give you to your daddy. I stole you from him anyway. Let me give you back to your father. If there is no father, you can't contact him, he ain't there, whatever the case may be, let me give you to your grandparent. Let me give you away rather than kill you. Give you a chance at life. Black women don't want to see their kids have no chance at life. They don't care about that. She was done with them kids. She was done with them kids. Once she got fed up with them kids, she got up that morning, she got fed up, and she was like, you know what? I'm not going to deal with it no more. And rather than see them alive and happy somewhere else, she'd rather kill them because they her property and she do with them what she wants to. Like you throw away old shoes or you throw away old clothes. You know, they yours. So who's to say anything about what you do with them or how you dispose of them once you get done with it? Her children to her are no better than an old pair of shoes or an old shirt or an old piece of garbage that she don't have no use for no more, and she throw away. She throw her kids away the same way. She kill them and throw them away. So my question on the table is, when are we going to start calling these females out, these black women out, when we see them abusing their children, when we see the red flags of how she's interacting and treating these kids? Are we still going to be upholding, well, she's the mother, so she get to do whatever she wants to with them kids and they just got to take it? Or are we going to take the side of the children who are the actual victims in the situation? How do we resolve any of this? We're going to have to start speaking up. We're going to have to start actively getting them kids, whether that means legally or whatever we have to do to rescue them kids out of dangerous situations. The people around this woman, her family, the father, whomever, they have to report this and they have to go and get them kids. Go get them. I don't care about it's going to inconvenience you. Children's lives are at stake at this point. We so busy not wanting to be inconvenienced and not wanting our life interrupted till we'll leave them over there. That's the main reason Black folks leave kids in abusive situations, because when they think about the responsibility that it's going to take and how their life is going to be rearranged by actually going to get them kids and bringing them into their home so that those children can be safe, they rather see them kids dead than to interrupt their life with that. I ain't changing, man. That changed what I'm doing. And it don't matter what them kids going through. It don't matter what them kids going through. I'm here to bear witness. Nobody cared that I was being abused. Nobody cared that my little brother and sister was being abused. Nobody cared about that. When we complained about that to other family members, their answer to us was, that's your mama. She ain't gonna hurt you, but she hurting us. Yeah, that's still your mama. What that's got to do with me being terrorized in my home? What that's got to do with anything? And that's what we tell them kids. If they cry, complain, we send them back over to their tormentor. We send them back over to the monster that's going to kill them eventually. Talking about, that's your mama. You know, you got to honor your mama. It's sick. And the only way that we get out of that sickness is if we have our lives together with spiritual value. I'm going to keep going back to that because that's the answer. I'm going to keep going back to the 10 life values. We don't have no value. There is no value for children. They commodities and properties like slaves. Like our ancestors were on the plantation. They wasn't human beings that had identities and lives and stuff like that and thoughts and feelings. They were oxen. They were farm equipment. They were beasts of burden. And you traded with them and you killed them and you maimed them and you butchered them whenever you felt like. And nobody could tell a plantation owner what to do with his property. And that's the same thing with Black women. Black women are the 21st century plantation owners, and the slaves are their children. The property are their children. And like a slave master, nobody can tell them how to dispose of their property when they get ready to. If you don't get yourself together with the 10 life values, we doomed. Period. I never seen a group of women in the wholesale killing of their children like this. Too many stories just in 2021 alone about Black women murdering kids. What's wrong with y'all? You're a bunch of demons. You can't tell me that ain't demonic energy. And we ain't gonna sit here and blame Black men for you being possessed by a demon. We ain't gonna do that. You need to exorcise them demons up out of you. Nobody gonna you don't get no excuses over here at the Crimson Cure. None. So sound off in the comment section. The question on the table is, are we going to continue to allow these children to be terrorized, to be killed, to be abused by their mother just because she a Black mother and you ain't supposed to say nothing against her? Or are we going to start taking the lives of these children seriously, and who cares what she feels about you coming to take them kids away? Them kids' lives is in danger with her. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I am your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.